Hello, I'm Gregory, Teach English Now. In this video we're going to talk about two interesting approaches, the reading approach and the audiolingual approach that were popular in 1930s and 1940s. The first one, the reading approach, started becoming popular when standardized tests became available for a large group of people. Since not all the students are going to go abroad and really communicate with people from other countries, and not all the teachers can speak English very well to enable all the features of the direct approach, this method was quite effective to teach students some practical skills and to help them pass the test when graduating. So as the name implies, this method focuses on reading and implements such techniques like extensive reading, guided reading, memorization, translation sometimes, and obviously tests. The second one, the audiolingual approach, was in high demand before the World War II, since a lot of soldiers had to be trained and had to learn speak a foreign language, like French or German, to communicate with their allies and enemies in a short period of time. So they were drilled by the surgeon, the drill surgeon, to speak, to memorize the most useful phrases and grammar structures, and communicate orally. So they couldn't write very well, couldn't read very well, but they were able to speak. And they used a lot of dialogues and drill exercising. So all the process was through the repetition and drilling. In the first method, the reading approach, the focus was on reading and understanding, but they couldn't speak very well and understand the language orally. But the second approach, they could speak, but have some troubles and difficulties with reading and writing because they didn't need it too much. So a lot of techniques are used today from both methods. On the reading approach, we have extensive reading, guided reading, memorization, translation, tests, and deductive grammar instructions, and skimming and scanning. And from the second, the audiolingual approach, we have habit formation, drilling, minimal pairs, and dialogues, memorization, and gamification techniques. Which I prefer? The reading approach is not really up to me. Of course, I like when my students read, and I try to encourage them to read as much as possible, but it's not always up to me. Unfortunately, not all students have the necessary time to read a lot, and that's what we do in the lessons. Yeah, of course I want them to read as much as possible, but it's not always the case. And I don't have a lot of control over their leisure time. But I like the second method more because I have control and power to encourage my students to do something, to do the exercises. And I love this method, and it has the tremendous efficiency. With the second method, I witnessed with my own eyes, so it's impossible to learn 80 to 100 words an hour. And some people learn 500, 600, up to 1,000 words a day. This is amazing. But at the same time, it takes a lot of dedication. This method is exhaustive for both a teacher and a student. It takes a lot of motivation and hard work. And it's not always possible too. So when students are tired, they're not willing to learn, to work hard, well, that method is not really possible too. Yeah, so the second method aligns with my personal style most closely. I think I like this method, and yeah, I like the first one too, but it's not always possible, unfortunately. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.